Bless up, my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's a girl, Nesta Rose. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks to the returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notification bell on. Put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. So in this one, my people, it's revealed that 81 million thus far is still being paid out to government workers who are under investigation that was sent on leave for some type of corruption, as well as Mark Golden tours Harborview area. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Run go over to my other platform, subscribe over there, get that channel to 1k for me, please and thanks. So taxpayers are bearing a heavy weight of an 81 million and rising salary bill for 7 suspended public officials as a result of drawn-out investigations and administrative limbo within government agencies. The 81 million represents the total pre-tax basic salaries of the officials whose cases grabbed national attention over the last 2 years and counting. When accounting for benefits and their temporary replacements, the costs soar, shedding light on the financial repercussions of prolonged suspensions. Can you imagine, my people? And so the 7 persons who are still getting paid for alleged investigation of corruptions include Grayson McLean, the Chief Education Officer in the Education Ministry, and 3 from the Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's skill training agency. Novlet Denton Prince, who is a Senior Director of Corporate Services and former Acting Managing Director. Sonia Ingleton, the Senior Manager, Human Resource Management. And Onike Dixon, Manager, Human Resources. 2 other instances relate to Sean Martin, Field Inspector and Deputy Head of Planning at the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, and Assistant Building Surveyor Calvet Sutherland. And the 7th case involves National Water Commission President Mark Barnett. And for the people who don't know, let me give you a brief synopsis of what they're have been suspended for and under investigation for. So Grayson McLean was the acting permanent secretary in the Education Ministry, was first sent on leave in October 2021 and interdicted in January 2022. Her substantive post is Chief Education Officer. She was suspended after an Auditor General report recommended surcharge proceedings against her for her part in the reported loss of $124 million allocated to the Joint Committee on Tertiary Education. Since that time, McLean has been paid at least $16 million in basic salary between October 31st, 2021 and March 2024. Novlet Denton Prince, Sonia Ingleton and Onike Dixon were suspended in February 2023 on full pay for alleged compensation irregularities. It was said that the agency's disciplinary policy stipulates a 9-month period for matters to be resolved. And it's over a year now, my people. They said that the investigation has been affected by a series of delays, including amendment of charges and late sharing of documentation. The cost of the investigation is at $7.5 million, and the cost for the disciplinary panel is reported projected at over $4 million. These 3 have been paid a sum of $36 million from last year until now. Sean Martin and Calvet Sutherland were sent on leave with full pay on December 21st, 2021 to facilitate investigations into building and planning approvals given by the KCMC. Since then, Martin has been paid approximately $6.1 million and Sutherland about $10 million for that time period. And Mark Barnett, the president of the National Water Commission, has been sent on leave, my people, since last October right? And has been paid out $13 million from October until now. And so it begs to question why for these people, justice is so delayed and drawn out. But for the layman like myself and others, our justice comes immediate, effective. Why is it taking so long for them to know their fate? Over 2 years, somebody can be suspended and still getting pay. But we're seeing a man like Rowan James, who was the former chairman of the Police Federation, come out and speak out on behalf of the rank and files for them to get their overtime pay. He did not, steal any funds. No, millions and millions of dollars never surround his interdiction. But he couldn't have gotten suspended because them claim to say, all right, then it disrespect the high command. He couldn't have gotten suspension, but he was interdicted right off the bat, my people. I'm going to make you know what happens to those who gets interdicted. However, the Jamaica Civil Service Association, that's the JCSA, which said it is aware of 8 of its members being suspended from work, argued that added to that cost is the emotional and psychological impact persons whose fates hang in the balance face. The union's head, Tesha Clark Griffiths, and St. Patrick Ennis, who leads the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions, insist that the regulations need to change to put a time limit for investigations or reinstatement. I may agree with that part, my people. How can someone be investigated for alleged corruption and there's no time limit to say when the investigation will be finished or when the person will be reinstated? If they can't find any information to pin them or to charge them based on the corrupt act that they have put out, might as well reinstate them, make them go and rob up and thief up some more because they're staying at home and getting paid. The taxpayers have to be bearing the blunt of them staying at home, getting a salary every single month. And just to add, my people, 5 persons are acting in those 7 persons suspended position. And the salary for a person in acting role typically comprises their substantive pay plus the difference between that pay and the lowest point on the pay scale for the person who position they are acting. So you see that, my people, they are getting their regular salary plus a portion of acting salary. So it says a person who faces interdiction, the interdiction range from at least 6 months up to as far as 12 years. Now listen that, my people. The interdiction range from at least 6 months up to as far as 12 years, according to the Jamaica Civil Service Association, Tisha Griffiths. And that association represents over 30,000 state employees. Those who are interdicted are not able to work, they are not productive, and they are not even able to get additional employment, so they suffer losses in terms of salaries. Some of them lost their homes, families are devastated in terms of children, some dropping out of school, extreme hardship. Some of them cannot even leave the island. There's no urgency on the part of the organization to expedite the process. In other cases, there's a lack of resources, meaning personnel, to do the investigation. Onus is not on the employee to prove innocence, it's on the employer to prove guilt. And the public agencies have options of reassigning persons to different areas and have them put into production while investigation takes place. But this is what happens when they send them off. They are paying 2 salaries. You're paying quarter or half pay. You're paying somebody else to work for that person. Griffith says there's urgent need for a review of the public service regulations. And now we understand why, Jacka said the world is not leveled. And some people want to drop phone comments in the comment section and tell me what you think about this. That taxpayers have to bear the blunt of all of this. Mark you that we're not even talking about the Vibes Cartel appeal that the government has to, foot that bill. We're not even talking about, them right now having to use taxpayers to appeal, the unconstitutional second extension of the DPP, Paula Llewellyn. And marking my people, still no update as it pertains to Grace McLean's situation and even many of these 7. So what is really going on with these slow-paced investigations? Why are these investigations so slow? They need a different committee or body to investigate these officials. We cannot have the same persons from in the organization investigating them.
Has it been abandoned because it needs renovation, or does it need renovation because it was abandoned?
No, it's been abandoned because it needed renovation.
Okay.
There's no light and water. The association has agreed with KCMC that we will take up the responsibility of the utilities.
Okay.
But we need upstairs to be fixed because there's seepage from upstairs coming down into the main hall there.
Right.
And there's some expansion needed because the kitchen was halfway done.
Okay.
If we don't get it properly fenced, so we're looking for sponsorship.
Yeah. Yes. So when them bushes is what it is? Heavy equipment, the bushes? Man and glass?
Just to have a dispute in the community between the issue and Melbourne and the little work here where them say we could have hired about 50 people, hire nearly 700 people on both sides. Yeah man, Mr. Crew can tell it. The man can tell it.
Yes, 250 over that side, 250. Give over that section, Rayfield, late Rayfield over here.
Yes,
The pipe right there.
Water pipe?
Yeah, the water that takes the water from that side to the western to the eastern side. So you see that boulder, those boulders were part of the whole security here at the foot of the bridge. And NWC disturbed it. They moved the boulders when they were the pipe and they put them back. They're all over the place. So if we get torrents from rain and this river, if it's sometimes it comes as high as besides it because the bush down there with the sea down.
Right.
And we propose it to NWC that they need to come back and fix back the foot of the bridge. Yes. So this is the open space here. Those boulders were there. NWC moved them when they were running the pipes and they have not replaced them. And we've reported it to them years now and they have not done anything.
When was it last time you had heavy rain?
Long time. We had really heavy rain.
First of all, thank you for inviting me, Oliver, to do this brief tour today. I didn't really know what I was coming to see. I was just invited to meet with the Citizens Association and hear their issues of concern. And what has been shown to me are major infrastructure issues that are affecting the residents in their homes and in their community. And Ms. Hall has said, who's going to look after these things for the residents? Who's responsible? And it's a good question. Sometimes in Jamaica, it's not always obvious where the answer lies. But we have a National Works Agency and they are primarily responsible for public works. And I think certainly as it relates to the situation with the gully on Harbour Drive, yeah. They have major responsibility for that because, first of all, based on what I was told today, the actual problem was of their making. Back in whenever it was, 2015, a decision was taken to dig a gully out of what was previously a natural water course and was not, based on what the residents said, really creating any problems. But the decision, I'm not sure what drove that decision, what was the reason why this was done. But a gully was cut out of the natural water course between the backyards of the residents on either side, going down the hill, and boulders were put there without any kind of reinforcing arrangement to keep those in place. And in Tutus, water washed away those boulders. There's no evidence of them now. But what has been happening is major erosion of the boundary walls, and indeed going into the actual substructure of the houses themselves along the course of that gully. What I will seek to do is to make contact with the CEO of the National Works Agency and ask him if he's aware of the problem, which I'm sure he must be, and what is the plan and what is the time frame for executing that plan. And there are of course many problems all over Jamaica of one sort or another which they have to grapple with. But I think there's a moral compulsion in this instance, because this particular problem seems to have been largely, if not all, but largely as a result of poor decisions or poor execution of work by the National Works Agency itself, leaving the residents in a very compromised and dangerous situation. So that is the first issue. The second issue, I think, was the community center, which is derelict and occupied by vagrants. And the citizens would like to have it renovated. Now, the question really is it fit for purpose if it's renovated in its current form or not? Because I heard it being said that it's really a bit small for being a meeting room for community meetings and so on. So I think the community needs to put some thought behind that and decide what they think is the most practical and sensible plan to go forward. Is it to just get those vagrants out and find some money to fix it up as it is, or is it ready to do something different with it? So I'll leave that in your court for now. In terms of how that will be financed when you decide what you're doing, what are the potential sources? The potential sources are the CDF of the MP could set aside something towards that project. The CDF is $20 million per year for the whole constituency, of which 1.5 pays the salary of an administrator. So you're talking about $18.5 million with several different headings of.
Talk up my people. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, or run go over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Nesta Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. There are 2 levels of membership. You have regular membership and you have VIP. Only a small fee per month to become a member of the Nesta Rose movement. Member shout out goes to Angela and Yvonne Wallace. Big up on yourself, sis. Thanks for the continued support. We do notification shout out in each and every video. To be a part of that, all you have to do is be the first to like, comment, subscribe, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Major Daps. Big up yourself, Major Daps. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like up the videos, share out the videos. Support the ABR movement by playing your part. On the road to 20k, get this video to at least 2,000 likes, my people. Stay tuned for more videos, stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.